I just want to say that we've had more podcasts in the last 2 days than JaVale McGee had good games.
Dang.
YouTube, Glow Yard Gang, MFFLs, podcast listeners all over the globe. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode, y'all. Oh, we talk Mavs here on the Glow Mavs YouTube channel. Listen, man, it is the guy hitting them with the shots. It is your boy Real. And joining me is the man that said I need to put the gun up. It is my boy King. What up, man?
Nothing much. I guess they wanted to get a more victory today, the Mavs, but I don't know. It was just something about it, especially the end of the game, that just a little ticked me off a little bit again. So we'll get into it though. But let's talk about it, bro.
Yeah, we'll get into it, man. But before we do, man, we got a special guest returning to the channel, man. Y'all already know who this man is. Most of y'all follow him also. It is the star of TGK TV on YouTube himself. TGK, what up, man?
Hey, thank you for having me on, man. It's never take these opportunities for granted to be on here, and just here to play my part, man.
Yes, sir, man. We definitely appreciate you hopping on, man. You know how we do it.
Yes, sir.
But with all that being said, fellas, listen, guys, if you're brand new to the channel, guys, please do us a huge favor. If you're into math content like me and my two fellas here on with me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys. And when you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so whenever we drop brand new content, you guys will be the first to know. Also, guys, do us a huge favor and hit that like button. That'll help us build up the algorithm to reach more math fans like yourself to join the Glow Yard Gang. So, it was a tight one tonight. Of course, we were missing like 85 people tonight, including Luka. I think we're missing Luka, Spencer, Michael Finley, Jamal Mashburn, Roy Tarpley, and Bubba Wells. So
And Jason Kidd.
And I think Chris Gatlin was missing too. A few of those names y'all don't know nothing about, but yeah. It was a nasty one, so we're gonna get into that. King, why don't you go ahead and start us off, man. Tell them folks at home, man, what this go be.
100 to 99 for the bad guys today. Mavericks moved back to a mediocre 500 team.
Yes, they did. But we'll get into all that tonight, man. Also, man, go ahead and tell them who the top performers were. Even though this is kind of off, but go ahead and tell them who the top performers were.
You had C. Wood with 26, 14, 2, 2, and 2. And Darius Garland had 18, 7, 12, 4, and 1.
Oh yeah, it could have been someone else, but we're gonna get into all that too. Let me go ahead and get into these stats for the men and women out there listening. Dallas shot 40% from the field, 30% from three, 12 of 19 from the free throw line for 63%. Cavaliers shot 42% from the field, 19% from three, 13 of 22 from the free throw line for 59%, man. So it was right there. It was right there. Can't say it wasn't, but like I said, we'll get into all that, man. King, man, go ahead and let them folks know, man. What was your takeaway from the game? I'm sorry, TGK. What was your takeaway from the game tonight?
There you go.
Other than the the role players and the starters that should have been started that finally got to start, or the role players that finally got to start, the defense was one of the bright spots today. That just from looking at it, either the Cavaliers just didn't take us serious, or our defense was just that, and it looked like our defense was kind of just that today. They were pretty solid. A lot of kudos goes to Christian Wood for being a rebounder and somewhat of a anchor defensively. Who would have thought that? A pretty good starter for the Dallas Mavericks. Other than a game that we didn't expect them to play like this, it was kind of like the reverse. We normally run into teams that are depleted and they beat us right off the floor. And tonight it seemed like we were about to be that team that beats the other team off the floor when we're depleted, but we didn't have that much help with the refs. And then in addition to that, we didn't have that much help with Jason Kidd towards the end as far as the game execution is concerned. But, I mean, Kemba did a great job. And Tim Hardaway going for 1 for 8 was not that great. But if it wasn't for Kimba and if it wasn't for Christian Wood, this game would have been another blowout. But I don't know what else to add to that other than Jason Kidd really kind of messed it up there at the end. And so I don't know why I'm leaning on negative. It's because there's a bit of positives to go over here, but just that glaring negative that is not going to leave us and it's not going to change anytime soon. It's just Jason Kidd execution down the stretch.
What you got, King?
I basically 100% agree with TGK. I think before the game happened, I messaged you and I saw so many players weren't going to play, and said, "What is Jason Kidd doing? Like, we don't even have games to give away right now. We're not good enough to take a break or give guys breaks at all right now." I felt like, and plus Luka just missed a game. You feel me? Like, he's not injured, so why is he can't play back to backs at all? Like, that's what's going on. So that was the first issue. And then I felt like after the whole Christian Wood experiment, worked so well with Luka Doncic in the 2-man game yesterday, I was afraid Jason Kidd was trying to sabotage it again. As we talked about, I don't know what it is, but it's like when something's working with Christian Wood, it's like he doesn't want it to work. It's like, no, let's nip that in the bud. But surprisingly, he went back to the 2-man game today, even with Kemba Walker. So I was happy with that as far as Kemba and Christian Wood doing the 2-man game, trying to play off of each other as well as they could. But I was ready to come on here and give them all more victories and say the Mavs did all they could. One, they're going to call on the referees, just going to say, okay, that was a good game. But that execution and crunch time is just it's horrible. Like that, it's nothing. The Mavs have nothing. They have no play basically to do. It was so many times. I think 3 times in a row they went down there and they got like just caught up in hero ball and just stuck where somebody had to just do something, and it was nothing. There's no movement. There's no play at all, basically. I'm looking to see what's going to happen. And every time he just decides one player is going to be a hero and try to be a hero. And I felt like Kemba got into the hero ball a lot at the end. Kemba was awesome. Like Kemba, we just talked about it in the last show, Ro, as far as there's going to be spurts and there's going to be times where you see old Kemba because he's a former All-Star. That's what he is. You got him a former All-Star, and there's going to be times where he's able to be a former All-Star again. And today was one of those games, but it just was the end of the game. The execution, Jason Kidd, that just gave the game away. I didn't feel like the Mavs gave the game away. As far as the team, I feel like Jason Kidd, as far as execution, gave the game away. And even though we shouldn't have won this game, as far as the beginning of the game, what you would have thought, watching the game and actually seeing the outcome and actually in hindsight, we should have won this game. We lost. We gave the game away. We played excellent defense, as TGK said. They just got to 100 after overtime. Just cooked this last game. We actually held them in check. I feel like Tim Hardaway Jr. even fell into place. He's like 5 of 14 at the end of the game, but he's a volume shooter. He is what he is. Like he was fine being that number 3 guy, even with those 2 guys ahead of him. So you see that he was just who he is. But I just felt like it was Jason Kidd, man. Like even with JaVale McGee out there, you had Christian Wood again playing solid defense. I felt like the best defense he could play. He's been on a defensive stretch, I felt like, right now. With no help, basically. JaVale McGee is horrible. Like we have him until he's 37. Just to let everybody know that. That's ridiculous. Like that's one of the biggest L's the Mavericks have ever taken, and nobody's even talking about it to the extreme point they need to. But yeah, man, like this team had it. It was good for those guys to get some burn and actually compete. But Jason Kidd shouldn't have lost his game. And like I said, it's another one I got to put on him. And it is what it is. It's why I don't feel good about it. That's why I think TGK doesn't feel good. And it's not a high morale victory. It's not one of those, this was good, y'all. This was because you should have won it. It shouldn't even be we sitting here like, well, we could have won that game because we should have won it. We gave it away. And this is all on J Kidd. Like I said again, it's his fault. This is his L. And he's going to try to get an excuse out of it because the starters didn't play. But that's his decision as well. So I have nothing to say about Jason Kidd right now. Like every time he tries to take a step forward, in my opinion, and I keep trying to go back and say I'm going to sit here and be that guy that supports him and says, oh, you know what? He got the benefit of the doubt last year. he just keeps showing me that he doesn't want it. I don't know what's the plan, and I think that's what we all are just wanting to know. And it doesn't seem like we're going to get the plan from him or anybody else. So at this point, it just is what it is. Just riding the wave, and I'm more like Rel. I can't believe it this year. Like, this just got to stay even kill. Like, it is what it is. There's no emotion attached to it, because if you do, you're not going to enjoy the season.
Nope. That's why I do it, bro. Because it's like, look, why should you care if they don't care?
They don't care, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're more invested than they are. And they're the ones that get paid to do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, like, nah, I don't care, man. Look, y'all right. Y'all a 1,000,000% right. I've been saying this probably since maybe the first 2 weeks of the season. I remember King said, shut up and leave Jason Kidd alone. I've been saying this all season, man. It's to the point, like, you know, maybe 1 or 2 times it's a fluke. But now it's happening. What are we at now? Was it 15 and 15?
30 games.
15.
30 games now. We're 30 games in. After a while, you are what you are. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so with him, man, the thing that gets me with Jason Kidd is, like, he looks incompetent out there. And I touched on this before. I think I even talked about this on TGK show. I said, listen, man, he's not an X's and O's guy. He's not an X's and O's guy. A lot of that had to do with Igor last year, guys. If everybody can just stop and kind of just go back to last year, look how Dallas was executing out of timeouts. Look how Dallas is one of the best clutch performing teams in the league behind the Phoenix Suns last year. Why was that? Because they had someone, man, that can put them in place offensively on this team. They don't have that this year. Supposedly, it's supposed to be St. Jean. I don't know a lot about St. Jean. I can't sit there and tell y'all if St. Jean's good at it or whatever the case is. I don't know. I don't know a lot about
He
it.
ain't so far.
I do know a lot about Igor, because Igor been in the league for a minute. He was on that Detroit team, part of the Detroit team that won the championship back in 2004. So I know about Igor. I don't know nothing about St. Jean. So to go back to the Jason Kidd thing, man, when they drew, I'm gonna say they drew a play up. I don't know what that was. The play where Kemba went and tried to take not the one he scored on Jared Allen to go into overtime, but the one he tried to hit the game winner over.
The wedgie.
Try to turn back around.
The wedgie.
Yeah, the wedgie. Thank you. The wedgie shot. I don't know what that was. Like, you caught a timeout for that?
Bro.
That's what you caught a timeout for.
And then Christian Wood.
Yeah, and then Christian Wood, bro. You know how much we love Christian Wood. I don't care who it is. It could be Michael Jordan. If you do something wrong, we got to call you out. There was a few times in the game, in crunch time, where Christian Wood was scared to shoot the ball.
That comes from Jason Kidd, bro. That's all year.
Listen, and then it's times he was open. He was hesitant. He either called him for a travel or or the shot clock went out. It's like, bro, shoot the ball. And in one of the points, Kemba Walker was telling him to shoot the ball. Yep. And I'm like, come on, man, Christian. These are the moments right here we need you. When we don't have Luka in the game, this is when we need you, bro. You've been killing them all game. It's like, why now you decide not to shoot the ball?
You gotta be used to it, bro. When has he got that opportunity before? Like, I mean, he's had it rarely, but like that isn't.
I understand that, but
it's
kind of common sense though on a couple of those. Like I said, when it's down to the shot clock, that shouldn't give you a signal to say, you know what, let me hold this.
But you know,
it's like, well, the shot clock is going down. Let me shoot it. I don't need a coach to tell me to shoot the ball. Like, hey, 2 seconds, let me shoot it.
I agree with your opinion completely. It's just exactly what you said to me, I think, yesterday when you talked about Christian Wood and you said his role, like he's worried about being pulled and stuff like that. Like, he still has that whole mentality of what Jason Kidd has brought up the whole year, showed off right there in these clutch situations. The confidence, like you said, that was confidence. Christian Wood doesn't have confidence in the clutch situation of being our guy. He hasn't. How many times has Christian Wood shot a shot at the end of the game so far this year?
Yeah, the only person that mentioned him at the end of the year is Luka.
That was his first time trying at that time when he should have passed it to Reggie Bullock in that corner, but Kemba had just missed it. So Christian Wood at the end of the game just forced one up and said, "This is my time. Then I got to do something because there's no continuity and chemistry with this team right now because Jason Kidd is messing it up."
Yep. I saw a comment where someone was like, "What exactly did Jason Kidd mess up at the end?" Like, there's plenty of things that he messed up at the end.
That person have time?
About to say them plays. Did you see anything? What was the
The-
play?
That was-
Name.
yeah, I was
show
saying,
me.
thank you.
There was
I just
plenty
said,
of
what was
them.
the play? Yes.
There's
Like-
one specifically where Kimball was going to the paint, right, and he passes it to Frank. I don't think Frank should have even been in the game at that time. Another possession where you don't call a timeout on the final possession of the game. You could have called a timeout and came up with some horrible play, but it would have been better than what you came up with. What's another play? Again, at the end of regulation.
How many points did we end with regulation with? 96, right? So how many baskets did we score in overtime?
We only scored one 3-pointer in the first minute of overtime and didn't score after that.
That was Kimba's 3.
What did Jason Kidd do wrong? Okay. We scored one basket in overtime.
And why did Christian Wood have to shoot 13 threes today and only shot 5 baskets under the 3-point line? I don't understand the coaching aspect from it. Like, you had several opportunities where Christian Wood was matched up on Mitchell or whoever else, regardless of who he was matched up with. He did okay. Osman. He did pretty good against Mobley on that one move. Like, give him the ball in the post, man. He gave a great pass.
Nurkic in the last game.
Yep. He gave a great pass
in the last game, who was a post defender.
He killed him.
You got guards sticking him now, and you won't throw the ball down to in the post. Like, come on,
He killed him today. Kemba Walker was still doing the pick and roll all day today, bro. And you can go back to your topic. He was doing the pick and roll all day to get a matchup, which left Christian Wood on a different person, a mismatch. And they wouldn't. When Jared Allen got on Kemba Walker, what did that mean? That meant Christian Wood had a mismatch on him, but they didn't give the ball to Christian Wood under the rim. They went and did the hero ball thing with Kemba Walker because I guess this was his game. He was supposed to. This is stupid. Jason Kidd thinks too much. Like,
I don't know if y'all saw that. I don't know if y'all saw that play. I don't know if it was at the end of regulation where there was a pick and roll with Kemba and Wood, and Wood slipped it, and he was wide open. Yep, and I'm like, Kimbo, pass it, and he doesn't pass it. And I'm just like, man.
That's the issue of not having Luka, though, TGK. I can't even blame that on Kimba because Kimba's like, what, 6 feet? If that.
Yeah.
If that.
It's a harder pass for Kemba Walker to make than Luka. Like, so I wish he would have got him because he was wide open, but it's Kemba Walker.
I just thought he had the angle because he had shown it. That was Jaden Hardy that throw the lob, so he a little taller. Yeah. But man, he was so wide open. I was like, that was game right there.
Kemba was even
behind. That was game.
On Frank though, Kemba was even behind on Frank. I know Frank got
Frank had to catch it back here,
but Frank had to catch it behind, and then try to make the move and come back around and all. Like, so it's the gift and the curse of Kemba Walker.
But see, look, you know what? To be fair, a lot of that had to do with chemistry. Yes. Kemba just got here, and he hasn't been placed in these positions with these guys yet. So I'm gonna give him a slight pass on that. I'm putting more blame on the coach.
Yes.
You should know that, coach. You know what I'm saying? You put these guys in these positions, man. Listen, let me say something else too, bro. I don't want to see Theo Pinson on the floor anymore. Can anybody tell? Hold on, matter of fact, let me make sure this before I say something about this. Hold on, give me 1 second, bro.
They keep saying he's an assist man. He averaged 5 assists in North Carolina, right?
I was about to say, why did Theo Pinson? Yeah, like he'll walking bucket. Man, shout out to my bro Law Ridge, man. I was talking to him earlier, and I asked him, does Theo Pinson look heavy to y'all? Like he out of shape?
Bro, he don't care no more, bro. He's not an NBA player probably right now. He's a podcaster and a coach. So that's no knock. I think he knew that.
No. It's a knock because that's what we talking about.
It's a knock against Dallas, not him.
Yes. No. I'm not talking about. It's listen. You signed this man. I asked you this last night, King. You signed this man for what? For what?
I asked the question at the beginning of the season.
For the vibes.
I need to know why.
He a coach.
They said for the vibes.
Like,
tell me why Igor left. Can y'all still tell me anybody know why Igor left? We still don't even know that. Igor left to take the same position. Who does that?
Same exact position.
When has a coach ever left a team and said, you know what, I'm going to leave this team on good terms and go take the same position with another team?
That was very strange. And there's still no reason as to why.
There's no reason as to why. We just lost him.
We started the season and he wasn't there, and I was like, "What the hell? What happened? Where is he at?"
Yeah,
he in Brooklyn right now.
It was close. It was close to the beginning of the season when they finally told us, "Oh, he's in Brooklyn." You know what I'm saying? Like they had that article say, "Oh yeah, he signed with Brooklyn." And I'm thinking like, so he signed with Brooklyn for bigger position
bro.
or
But I
something?
don't
Is he
even
the front
think.
office or something? Like, what's going on?
But he
Oh
didn't.
no, he's a lateral move. I'm like, what the?
Yeah, he
why?
didn't like. It was like they allowed him to leave because he was still under contract, right? With the Mavericks, he wasn't like a free agent or nothing, was he? Like he was still.
I'm not sure.
I thought
I'm
he
not
was still
sure.
under contract with the Mavs, and then out of nowhere, he allowed him to go talk and go with the. I don't know, man. It just felt very strange to me. I didn't hear anything about Igor possibly being available or free or something like that, and out of nowhere, he was just gone and doing the
Like I
same
said,
position.
they told us beginning of the season, like right before the season started, and it's
Yep.
like it kind of was like, okay, that's kind of strange.
No explanation. No explanation at all.
Listen,
What happened?
I'm gonna talk about this guy here too, man. JaVale McGee.
37.
I need y'all to listen. I need y'all to listen to me, bro. I need y'all to listen to me, man. This guy bites on head fakes, will jump at everything that goes towards the sky, but won't jump for a rebound.
We'll jump to get dunked
I
on.
want y'all to listen to what I just said.
I heard exactly what you said.
You will jump for everything that goes towards the sky.
Mm-hmm.
As far as a shot, head fake, pump fake, all that, you'll jump for that. But you won't jump for a rebound. I don't know how many times I'm sitting there and I'm watching the game, and JaVale McGee on a rebound. You are the biggest guy on the court, by the way. You're bigger than Jared Allen, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I'm looking and a rebound is coming down. You're standing flat-footed.
Yeah. Bro,
but when you see these guys, a Koru or anybody like that who's not a scorer, hit you with one little simple pump fake, I'm just like,
he's not skilled, bro.
And like King just said when he had his opening statement, we got this man for 3 years, y'all.
37. He's not skilled, bro. He the ultimate raw player that never got the skill. He that guy that ultimate where you see raw ability because he had.
I'm not even gonna go there, King. I'm gonna say this dude's basketball IQ, is one of the worst basketball IQs I've ever seen, and I'm not even exaggerating because I'm literally trying to sit here and think.
Bro, he athletic as hell.
We got duped thinking that the IQ done turned around or something.
Because he's been on a couple good teams.
Yep. He like, a 3-time champion.
Nobody think that is.
He not even
nobody think that is weird that like teams that he did win these championships with and all that stuff didn't sign him back.
I mean, they did for
LA didn't fight to sign him back.
Bro, why did Jason Kidd do that? Like I told y'all, this is going to go down as a huge blunder for the Mavs. Like, why would they? They signed up between JaVale McGee and what's his name, Maxi Kleber.
Mm-hmm.
They signed up a star player between them two. That was a star. That's a play.
Like, do the Mavericks think that they have to utilize the entire cap space on purpose? Like, you could find it. I think they hired like a salary cap guy that was supposed to come Brooklyn's here and create creative ways to move money and to create space to allow you to go sign these players. All they did is just fill the cap space up with players that aren't gonna grow with Luka. They're already outgrowing their own selves in the league. So how are these players gonna be a part of Luka's future? It's just. I don't know.
Mavs TGK are stuck in a toxic relationship, and it's because of Mark Cuban. So they're going through. They have some type of relationship or a connection to these players, and they just won't let it go. It's just like that belief over and over again. It's going to be better tomorrow. It's going to be better next time. Or we're not going to fight tomorrow. No, not again. And for some reason, and some of the fans, Mark Cuban, and all that, just keep going with it every year, over and over and over again. We just signed Maxi Kleber for $11 million. We just signed JaVale McGee to 3 years until he's 37. Like, you don't understand. We're talking about each season being an MVP type season for Luka Doncic and trying to get him a trophy. And we signed JaVale McGee to 37 when his team is talking about trying to keep this guy. So,
Luka running out of Band-Aids to give us, man. He can only give us so many Band-Aids.
Bro, they're not getting out of this cap situation. It's not going to happen. They're going to
soon.
They don't have any choice. They have to stay in the cap to sign Christian Wood. Oh yeah, that's right. Rel keeps saying they're not going to sign Christian Wood. We're going to lose him for nothing. So just like, what's the plan? Next year we're going to run it back with the same team minus Christian Wood. So
what's that question you asked?
What's the plan? There's no plan. We just gonna lose another player. That's our second best player again, and still be over the cap.
Over the cap.
They have no plan.
I want y'all to TGK. You probably better at this than me and King. Have you ever heard of a team being in the luxury tax with a franchise? I'm sorry, with a squad that's nowhere close to being a contender?
Oh, I mean, the Brooklyn Nets have been that the last couple of years, but they got more talent than us still. You know,
I was just about to say they have the
they imploding. They're imploding though. It's not skill.
Yeah, it's not because
personality and stuff like that.
Yeah,
they're still winners.
Because we have lack of talent.
Yeah,
right.
Have y'all ever seen a team with the lack of talent over the luxury tax before?
No.
Because right now the Clippers, they have talent. They're over the luxury.
Lakers.
They're Cleveland.
Lakers over.
We're Cleveland, bro. We're Cleveland.
You know what?
I keep trying to say no, we're not, and we keep trying to fight and say we're not.
Brian Windhorst said that too.
That we're Cleveland, and they're not doing. The thing is that it looks so bad on Mark Cuban because he saw this. He saw LeBron go through Cleveland. He lived through the whole thing. He was the owner the whole time. So how do you let this happen again? How do you let it happen on your watch to your team?
Listen, this is my thing with this, bro. Mark Cuban looks at this situation with Luka just like the situation with Dirk. I don't care how many of us are in here, Twitter, the media, national media. I don't care how many of all of us are sitting here telling them, "Hey, man, this is a different situation, man. This is a whole new generation. This is not Tim Duncan. This is not Kobe. This is not Udonis Haslem. This is not Dirk." You know what I'm saying? I don't care how many times all of us can sit there and tell him this, and it's like he has this naive mind frame that Luka is kind of similar personality-wise, to Dirk. Young, humble kid from a small town over in Europe. He's very close with the organization, personality-wise, all that type of stuff. He looks at it as just like Dirk, so he has his mind frame of, I'm just gonna do what I can, like I did with Dirk, just like I'm doing here with Luka. You know what I'm saying? Which is why they don't have a sense of urgency behind their moves. It's I'm literally trying to sit here and think. I don't know how many times you've seen a player of Luka's caliber and nobody tried to do anything, right? Like we saw when Kobe was over in LA. Remember them years he wanted to get traded because they wouldn't do anything, and what they finally do?
He demanded a trade. Luka has to demand a trade.
You're right. But other than him demanding, what they end up doing, right? They end up giving him Pau Gasol.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Paul Pierce in Boston, what they end up doing? They end up giving him Ray Allen and Kevin Garnett. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like he gets comfortable with these players in this situation, thinking that we got this wholesome good guy. He's not gonna leave us. We're not worried about it. We'll get to that when we get to that. Meanwhile, I want to focus on this gambling thing I need done in this stadium that's nowhere close to being done. That we ain't even voted for yet. Yeah, you want this casino thing? That's what you need to be focusing on right now. Not the fact that you haven't even put a product. Listen, man, you want to know why Golden State's payroll is so high? Because their team is winning, and they can afford to do that.
Yeah.
Brand new stadium, all that stuff, man. They can afford that because their team is winning.
Yeah, they earned it.
You're not putting a winning product out here. You think somebody's gonna vote for a new stadium because we're in Dallas? What the hell am I voting for a new stadium for? You ain't winning nothing.
Nope.
I'm not paying to go see Maxi Cleveland play. I'm not paying to go see Dwight Powell play. JaVale McGee. Theo Pinson sit on the bench and rah and cheer. They don't pay for that for.
Let me ask y'all this question, real quick. You think if LeBron James had demanded a trade back with Cleveland, that things would be different?
Yeah,
I do too, and that's why I'm like.
You want to know why? You want to know why, King? Look what he did. He didn't demand it, but he was kind of giving vibes like he was going to do it on that second time. What they ended up doing, they flipped
those 1-and-1s. Everything they just kept saying, I don't care about draft picks. We're going to just get LeBron what he need to get championships.
And they kept flipping that roster until they got it right.
Luka has to
So
demand a trade. If he doesn't, he'll walk away. That's the fear I have. If he doesn't demand a trade and he just sits here, he'll wait for his contract to be done and do the LeBron route. He'll walk away. If he demands a trade, though, I think the Mavs have no choice but to at least try to fire his cylinders. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they got to try something. And they're just sitting here like, well, who knows? So it's giving me, like I said, the old Cavalier vibes. We got a beat up street clothes. We went and grabbed Spencer Dinwiddie. And that's no knock to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's been awesome for us. But still, like, you feel me? Like, that's the type of player we're trying to get a Larry Hughes.
Exactly. We need more. We need more. More Spencer Dinwiddie.
Walker at that point. We getting. We trying to go for Ben Wallace at the end. We trying to go for Shaq.
Antoine Jameson.
Instead of getting the guys that are ready to be championship level players right now, and that's what we're looking for. So that's why I said I want Luka to demand a trade, and that's not to say I want him to leave. I just want to spark put that fire under Mark Cuban, because Mark doesn't understand. For some reason, he does not understand that he underachieved with Dirk. For some reason, Mark Cuban thinks that he did well with Dirk. He don't realize that he cost Michael Finley a championship with Dallas. He don't realize that he cost Steve Nash. He talks about that all the time with Dallas. That should have been a big three to stay together forever, probably, or until Michael Finley retired off or whatever. And then Dirk only got one of them. So he thinks that whole, we just stay buddy-buddy because Dirk, I guess, fell back. And I hope Dirk is a piece of that organization. I hope he signed that up for Dirk as far as what Dirk's done for him, as far as giving him a piece of it. But, like, I don't think Luka's going to sit back and take that. No disrespect to Dirk. I don't think Dirk ever thought he was the best player in the league. And that's no knock to Dirk. We love Dirty on the show. But Dirk knew his place, and he was always just trying to overachieve as far as show what he could do as far as being a European player, and that he could play in the league with these guys and be one of the best players. Luka Doncic, on the other hand, I think believes, or is close to believing, he's the best player in the NBA. He doesn't want to sit back and go through the whole Dirk Nowitzki treatment as far as just sitting back and being humble. He wants to be on the face of like NBA 2K commercials like he is right now, and all with little guys passing the ball and pass it back to him and all. That's what Luka Doncic wants. So Mark Cuban,
he's not going to take pay cuts.
Nope. Mark Cuban can keep playing that game. Luka is a part of the LeBron tree, and we've seen what LeBron's done. That's his player looking up to and all that. So the guy that he's looking at saying, "Hey, I can follow his path," is LeBron James. So Mark Cuban, the guys keep saying, we keep hearing Cleveland 07. We keep hearing 2 years they got a plan. These analysts are saying it for a reason. We may be sitting here being like, "No, that 2 years gonna come real quick." We can be sitting there like, "Well, they told us, and we didn't think it was going to happen, and we didn't think Mark Cuban would be foolish enough to lose him." And then we'll be sitting here watching it, all yelling at Mark, saying, "What did he do?" So I don't know, man. I just say all that to say I don't have any faith. I have no clue about a plan or what the plan is or what their plan should be, because everything I try to think of, it just
they don't even know the plan, because they don't even communicate with each other. They don't know what's going on.
No, this is ugly, bro. There's so many good moves with bad moves in between. Like we said, the argument of the regime is arguing inside with each other. It feels like it's just so many. Like, we got so many moves that Nico did, and we're like, "That's awesome, Nico. You pulled those guys." But then you got Jason Kidd guys like JaVale McGee and all that. And we're like, "Why did you do that?" And there's no answer to it. Like, but you got to play for your role in your minutes. JaVale McGee is trash. Like, we can talk about trash can juice and all that stuff. Like, JaVale McGee should not be playing. He should be in Taiwan. You feel me?
Yeah,
that should be what he should be doing right now. And Jason Kidd, when it signed him, and nobody even knew about that. That's the thing I remember. Like, nobody on this show was talking about. We weren't talking about JaVale McGee, bro. We had no clue about JaVale McGee. Like, the Mavs gonna get JaVale McGee this summer. We didn't talk about him one time until they said he signed.
Choices.
Not one time until we found out he signed. There. Not one time. So we weren't expecting that. We didn't want JaVale McGee, and Jason Kidd got him. So again, that's part of his problem, and he has to answer for it. And I'm holding him accountable for it. Like, I'm done with that whole baby and the pacifier Jason Kidd. He don't want friends, so he's not my friend anymore. Sorry.
Yeah, y'all want to play a quick game of who's in a luxury tax hell, including the Mavericks, and who's above the Mavericks?
Oh, yeah. They all probably playoff teams and contenders, or close to it.
All right, so the number one team with the biggest luxury tax bill is the Los Angeles Clippers. Yeah, right now, currently. And then you got the Golden State Warriors. What do you and y'all tell me if these teams are better than the Mavericks? So Clippers better than Mavericks?
right
If they
now,
healthy.
if they able to, so the Clippers right now are contending and decent in the West with their main guy playing barely any games
Yeah.
and
Like
playing barely
if it was
minutes in the game. So yeah, they're better than the Mavericks.
like
Warriors, are they better than Mavericks?
if the circumstances were different, like if he was actually healthy, him and Paul George were healthy,
Yeah.
yeah, they'll
Yeah, they'd be way better. I think they're better than the Mavericks right now.
yeah, they are.
Pretty
They
sure
got
it's
way
safe to
better
say
bench.
the Warriors are better.
They would be with Steph Curry healthy.
Right now, then third comes the Brooklyn Nets.
They're better than the Mavericks right now.
They got
Yes.
better
Better than the
talent for
Mavericks.
sure.
Brooklyn on the
Fourth.
low. Brooklyn competing for the East right now, like on the low.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
do this, y'all. When we ask like, are they better than Mavericks? 'Cause I know sometimes it's hard. 'Cause we got Luka. Take Luka out the equation. Just think of the team, those teams versus the team without Luka. That'll answer your question right there.
Well, take the star for both teams. Take the best player for both teams.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's good. The fourth team on here is the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yep,
Yes.
Milwaukee's better than Dallas.
The 15
question.
is the Boston Celtics.
Absolutely.
Yes.
They got
The
two guys
16
27.
is the Los Angeles Lakers.
That's
I think this is the one
you
where
know
it
what's
gets
crazy?
a little.
I think we're gonna get blown up by the Lakers on Christmas.
I
And
think
I
they're
know,
gonna
I
kill
know something keep telling me they're gonna blow us out. AD and LeBron both gonna go off on us. I won't be surprised if Russ even go off on us in that
AD's
game.
gonna rest until that game. I
AD
guarantee
gonna
you,
go
he's
off.
just gonna rest.
I already know LeBron gonna go off. LeBron always goes off against us. Like
Yeah.
unless it's the 2011 finals. But
It's not going.
other than that game, though, you know LeBron always going off. So I expect LeBron to go off, and I think that AD, if we don't have nothing in the interior, like especially with Maxey, oh my goodness,
The
Christian
17th,
Wood,
the 17th, it's the seventh team is the Phoenix Suns. Safe to say they better than Mavericks.
Oh, they hurt. It's gonna hurt because you don't want to do it. You know what? So they're not better than the Mavericks with Luka Doncic.
Yeah, with
Without
Luka.
Luka
We'll take
Doncic.
Luka off. Yes.
They're better than the Dallas Mavericks. Yes, they are.
All right. The Mavericks are the 8th team on this list, but you got two other teams that are still in the luxury tax, and the number 9th team is the Denver Nuggets,
Yeah.
Better than the Mavs.
and then the number 10th team, which I think they've done a pretty good job with only being in the luxury tax for $1 million, is the Philadelphia 76ers.
Ooh, they only in that million. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is pretty good. I was surprised.
That's pretty awesome. Well, they got 4 guys almost. Well, 3 guys that got a max, right? And then James Harden took the discount, the minor discount, and then Tyrese Maxey.
Maybe that's why he did that because to do that. I think they did say that was to help. Well, they did that too also to sign PJ Tucker and Shake Milton. No.
Yes, but bro, I keep saying this as well with that whole James Harden thing. He wasn't getting a max either. So it's like a catch-22 both ways. It's like, yeah, it looks good on your reputation, I guess. But if you would ask for that $40 million or whatever, no one was going to get that to you after last year. You would have been embarrassed, and I don't think you want to go through that embarrassment.
Facts.
But they're all better than the Mavs, though, TGK. That you were saying, like they're way better than the Mavs. The Mavs have no answer to get out of it. They just have Luka Doncic as a fallback, and they have these guys. This is atrocious. If Luka wasn't on his team, we'd be the laughing stock. Like paying all these guys. Again, you have to blow this up. This has to be blown up. It's at a point now. I don't care. You have to get rid of these names. I don't want to know these guys on this team anymore, other than the guys that we talk about, like those Josh Greens and Luka, and let's keep it Jaden Hardy, see what he does, and all. Like other than that, start getting rid of guys. Like that's how I feel. Let me see if somebody else can do the same thing.
Yep, pair them and get one player that's better than both.
Yep.
Add a second round pick or something, whatever it takes. Switch it up. Get something different here, man. But also coaching too. You can't help that much.
I'm willing to give up on these guys. I'm willing to take trash from other teams, like just without draft picks. Like if we can't touch draft picks and we just like trading guys and bringing people in and getting rid of guys, I'm at that point.
You just want to get something fresh.
I just want something fresh, and if something work. And a lot of guys I feel like are better than these guys on this team. Like even guys that are trash on other teams that can dribble and all that. Like, bruh, we were talking about Isaiah Roby yesterday. Like Isaiah Roby can do a little bit something more. You feel me? Like that's like we let these guys go and we keep these guys that do nothing. So I'm like, I'd rather let him play out here with Luka and see if in a situation with a shot clock, he gets the ball 1-on-1 with a guy running at him, collapsing hard, he can dribble past him.
Right.
Go make a layup real quick. I would love for that to happen. So I just need these guys going. I need talent.
Yep.
It's true, man. Y'all got anything else y'all want to add to this, man? Go give out the game balls. Who y'all giving the game ball to, man?
I'm gonna get to Kemba.
For me, yeah, it's got to be Kemba. He cardiac Kemba.
Yeah, we'll give it to Kemba. I wasn't gonna give it to Christian Wood. I just, like I said, them last like 3 little possessions he had towards the end of the game kind of made me mad, man.
But that's
like
because Christian Wood has to be established as the number 2 best player on his team, bro. That's what I'm saying to you. That's why I'm saying I feel like the whole clutch situation is because he didn't know his role. Go ahead, TGK.
Yeah, in addition to that, I was about to ask y'all, like, is Jason Kidd not creating like pressure clutch scenarios on the court in practice? Are they not practicing these things? Because it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like exactly. It doesn't look like they have an idea in these crunch times at all. Even with Luka.
It's a lot of stuff that we ask, like, is Kidd practicing with them in practice? Like free throws. We still one of the worst free throw shooting team in the league, and yet we hear him talking about, we practice free throws every day. Are you sure?
We the best half court shooting team. Our half court competitions are fire, bro. Like they got to keep that.
We definitely need to keep doing those because you have half court scenarios every game, man. So yeah,
bro, we don't even have a player to shoot free throws for us on technicals.
Nope.
There's not like one player that you go in your lineup and say, you know what, we got a free point right here. That guy, go get it real quick. They keep trying to throw Reggie Bullock.
It's an automatic point.
Yep.
And I think free throws, it's in all of their heads.
Yeah.
Tim Hardaway still missing free throws.
It's
in all of their heads. Even Kemba missed a free throw.
Kemba was missing so it's a coaching.
Kemba for his career is shooting 81%, bro, and he missed them.
It's a coaching thing right now. Jason Kidd, so when you hear that kind of stuff and you see that kind of issues with free throws, you start thinking, how can Jason Kidd say guys got to earn their spots on his team? When you see, again, guys like Reggie Bullock not making threes, getting cooked on defense, not making free throws, how are you earning your spot on this team?
Nope.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, what was he doing to earn spots? They threw him in the game to make free throws on the technical foul and all. Like, he was missing those. So how is he earning his spot? That's all I'm trying to figure out. Like, it's Jason Kidd, bro. Like, Jason Kidd is playing some type of game he's playing with fire. And we talked about that before the season, bro, as far as playing with fire with this whole Christian Wood thing. And it's burning him, man. I just keep expecting him to walk out the fire. Like, bro, just turn around. And he just won't do it.
Nah, he would surprise me if he did, because right now I'm expecting him not to, because he's just stubborn, hard-headed. He's like him and Mark Cuban and all these people are more focused on us than their players.
Yep, than winning games. Than winning
games. So that's why I'm like, once I kind of peep that part, it's like, yeah, you're not trying to win, bro. You're not trying to win.
Jason Kidd is one of the best coaches in the league last year, man.
Yeah, it's crazy the downfall that he's had. It's just been crazy to go from being a coach that's willing to try things, a coach that's implementing different things, and maybe some of that goes to Igor, but it looked like we had a coach that's like, oh damn, we got it. Now we just gotta get the players and we're good. We lose one player and we lose one coach, and it looks like that has had the biggest impact on our season.
Kid was top 5 last year, and he probably wasn't 5th. So,
facts.
And now he probably like bottom 5. So I've never seen a 180 that way ever.
Yeah.
And you would have think he would have knocked all of this rust or all of like these problems out within these first 30 games, and it's still here from game 1, literally from game 1, still to right now. And you had a chance to win a game without Luka.
Bro, and I told him this earlier and during the season. I said this. I said, man, why the sucker? He was like, yeah, take him 20 games. Why is it taking you 20 games to see these problems that everybody sees? Just fix the problem now, so that way you get to game 30, you good to go. Don't wait till game 30 and say, you know what, JaVale McGee trash. It's like, we knew that 15 games ago. Like, you could have fixed it then. Keep him out the game then, and then you would have been good now. But they just like, I need to see it all the way at 30 before I take him out. It's like, come on, man.
We still went 16 and 18 last year, though, bro. So there's still a chance. I don't think the chance is going to happen. It's a total different year. But
why did we go 16 and 18?
It was circumstances. It was.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It was circumstances we don't have this
And
year.
what was one of those circumstances?
Luka, all that kind of stuff that was going
Luka's
on.
Luka's not out of shape this year, bro.
Injuries,
he's putting up the
COVID,
best numbers
Luka.
in the league, and we're struggling. That ought to tell
That's
you
what I'm
something.
saying.
How the dude putting up Michael Jordan numbers, and we're struggling? So we can't use that excuse, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's not the same circumstances, so I don't expect it to change with that. But
you treat every year different, man, because the circumstances are going to be different.
He was
Teams
top
from
five
last year
last
aren't
year.
good this year.
he was
Teams
top
from this
five
year that were
last
good.
year, though, bro. We thought
I
he
know,
had changed. We thought
I
he had
understand.
changed. We thought he had rounded the curve. We thought he learned in LA being behind Frank Vogel now.
Yeah.
That he got over that last piece to make him a great coach.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, man, he's back.
What's that one thing that Any always says, bro? What's that? Smelling their own. What do you say? Yeah, smelling his own fart or whatever that term you be using, bro. Like it's like you thought like remember? Okay, you remember when after the Western Conference Finals, we were all in here like, yeah, you know they're heading towards the right direction, right? And we was like, yo, we're glad that if they lost, we're glad they lost this way. So that way you wouldn't, because Mark Cuban and first thing they're going to say is like, oh, we're almost there. We got to change nothing.
Oh, you
now
thought so.
you lose. Yeah,
you
lose
so.
that way. So that way you know, like, okay, we're heading in the right direction, but we're not close yet. So let's get some things changed up. Then it's when Nico comes out and he says, oh, you know, we gotta get more talent on the team, man, to make that next step. So we thinking, okay, you saying the right things. We show that you understand that, yo, y'all lost in 5, bro. So you on your way, but you're not there yet. Cool. Okay, we in the right direction. And then bam, let's go get JaVale McGee and sign him to an $815 million contract for the next 18 years.
But
you know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get this talented player in Christian Wood with a first-round pick and make sure he comes off the bench and plays under 30 minutes a game.
But doesn't that make you feel like, bro, there is some type of disconnect in the front office? Because think about what you just said.
I know there is.
It's gotta be
saying
something.
everything that we said.
Yeah.
Nico, the guys that aren't agreeing with what we saying, Mark Cuban and Jason Kidd. Nico has said everything we said. Remember, he came out and we were like, yep, Nico sees everything that we talking about. They asked him right after the series, and he came out and said it. It wasn't like he had to wait and get told. He said all of that stuff right behind it. And then we turn around, like you said, you thought after losing the 5, they were going to come back with a better team this year. I feel like Mark Cuban and Jason Kidd said, hold up, buddy.
Just add one piece will be good.
We got Maxi Cleveland, and what you mean? Another year with Maxi Cleveland and another year with Dodo and another year with Reggie Bullock and these guys, they're going to be superstars next year. Huh?
Hey, just keep extending Maxi. We'll make it eventually.
But, you know, let go of the guy that helped us get to the second round this year finally.
Who's that guy? Oh, it doesn't matter. We got Maxi Cleveland. Extend him for another
let him
18 years.
Too much money for him, but give another guy $11 million for 3 years, coming off of an injury, coming off of one of the worst years ever. Just give him money for no reason. Nobody talked about that. We were talking about Jalen Brunson all offseason, about giving him his money, and you give Maxi Cleveland his money out of nowhere. Again, these moves that really nobody asked about, they just keep coming out of nowhere. Like no one talked about that. What do you guys
like you could have given Jalen Brunson the deal he couldn't turn down, and if you would have lost Maxi Kleber out of that, oh well, okay. Yeah. Well, at least we kept Brunson, but no, it's like, damn, we don't want to be that aggressive to keep Brunson. I don't.
Would you rather have Brunson right now, or Maxi Kleber on this team?
1,000% Brunson.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Is that a trick question or something?
No, I'm just thinking. I think some people will say probably, oh no, you know what? Maxi does something enough for this team where it's like we want Maxi or something. I don't care what Maxi does for this team. Right now, I'd rather have him off this team without a center and have Jalen Brunson. We don't have a center. Either way, we don't have a center. We got guys playing different roles and that's what to play. Why are we still, bro? How long have we not had a center? How long did Dallas Mavericks not had a center?
Since
2014,
back in the 80s.
Okay, so yeah, basically because Tyson Chandler came in for a couple of years, as far as 2 years doing that. So we only had Tyson Chandler for 2 years since the 80s. Why the Mavericks and Mark Cuban's whole regime have never had a center?
It's like they devalue the position, man.
They don't draft a center.
Nope.
What center has he drafted?
Remember, what was that center name? It was like 30 when we drafted him. James.
No,
He
I
was
know
like
you're talking
31.
about
That
the
was Salah.
Indian.
How old was he? That was Salah. Was he?
No. Black
No.
dude. He was in the army or whatever, or in the military.
Oh,
Last name was James. I think he was like number 5.
5 something.
He was 30 years old. Remember, black dude? I cannot think his first name.
Saddam Singh. I thought we signed Saddam Singh. Was the last center we took.
Yeah, one Saddam Singh, like he was like 30, wasn't he?
Right.
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
what I'm saying. We signed him. That was a throwaway year.
Yeah, we use a draft pick on that man.
Why we have never
like
tried? We've never tried to like better the center position on our team this whole Mark Cuban time. And then he screwed over Tyson Chandler when we had him. So like that doesn't like make you ball up or raise your eyebrows. Like, man, Mark Cuban this whole time has not had a center.
You screwed over Tyson Chandler. You screwed over Steve Nash. Screwed over Dirk. Screwed over Michael Finley. You screwed over Jalen Brunson.
Screwed over Dennis Smith Jr.
You're about to screw over Dennis Smith Jr. You're about to screw over Christian Wood, but you would die for the White Powell and Massey Cleveland.
Screwed over Rajon Rondo. Screwed over Roddy Beaubois. Screwed over so many people. I'm telling you, I'm past
but I mean, this is what. Hey, this seems to be adding up. This is successful right here, man. The only smart thing I give him, King, is they didn't re-sign Chandler Parsons.
Who's the one player that ended up screwing over Mark Cuban before he could screw them over? Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
Jason Kidd. And who's the one guy he goes and hires back and puts on his team and gives him power?
And screwing him over right now.
Bro, that's an idiot move. Like, I'm sorry, Mark Cuban. I know you're a billionaire and all that stuff, but bro, this is stupid.
Hey, this is the reason why I always say, just like, the whole Jerry Jones thing, that's why I say these owners, shout out to Robert Kraft, he doing it right. Look, I'm the owner. I pay you to do a job.
Yep.
GM and coach and all that, I pay you to do a job. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what you need to do. You know what you need to do. I paid you to do a job. Go do your job. I'm entrusting you with this product to go do your job. We got an owner that, like I've told you matter of fact, I told you too, TGK, on your show. I said, man, listen, man. I said the fact that we brand new coaching staff, brand new front office, and you got the same owner, and we still having the same exact issues that y'all promised us that was going to change when you got this new regime here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to get a guy that's going to let these folks do their job or whatever, man. Or just get somebody in there that you know that's confident enough to run a franchise, bro, and you just move the hell out the way. Go do Shark Tank. Go do Shark Tank. Go invest in a casino, whatever the hell you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But it's like he decides he want to medal. He don't want to be aggressive. He don't want to spend money. And I gotta look at what be fine. Let's just put a bunch of guys who can't dribble, who can shoot. You're not a shooter. You can shoot. You're not a shooter. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's a difference. Like you said before, King. Kyle Korver was a shooter. Duncan is a shooter. Duncan Robinson.
Donyell Marshall was a shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Booby Gibson was a
shooter.
They got LeBron.
These guys we have on our team can shoot.
They're not shooters.
They're not considered shooters.
No.
Shooters. If you leave them wide open, you scared to death they're gonna hit that shot.
Scared.
I'm not scared of now one of you guys hitting this shot. I cringe when they shoot it. It's like, Lord, please let them make this shot. Please. I should not be praying for you to make a shot. Now, that's funny. Any other team we play against, I'm scared they're gonna make the shot when they're wide open. Not the Dallas Mavericks though.
You know what I was thinking?
We're on a team that people say like, what did they make their shots?
I be thinking now, like, because I for the longest was like a big fan of Mark Cuban because he finally brought a title here to Dallas, and
we all were
being a Cowboys fan and a Mavericks fan. Like, the Mavericks have been the only successful franchise in the city, and I'm like, man, Cuban's way better than Jerry Jones. And like I said on the show a couple of nights ago, like, for the first time in my entire life, I feel like Jerry Jones has a better front office than the Mavericks. And then on top of that, now in retrospect, like, I sort of wish whenever the whole allegations of that were coming out against the Mavericks with the whole women's stuff, like, I wish Mark Cuban now had lost his team at that point.
Jeez.
Damn,
because at the time I was like, no, Mark Cuban, he's gonna do right. There was honest mess up. He wasn't involved, but it's like, you know what? If Sarver got kicked out of the league, who's the guy in the Clippers? If he got kicked out of the league
Sterling.
for for racial slurs and racism and whatever the case may be, but yet women being sexually abused is not on that same scale, but you can still keep your team. Nah, man. I wish he would have lost his team.
Don't keep telling everybody you don't make these people your idols, because you'll watch your idols become your rivals. So I learned that. I used to be a huge Mark Cuban fan as well. Same thing with you. And as I said, TGK, you start realizing it's a toxic relationship. The only reason you excited is because you went through so much disappointment. Your disappointment between the Cowboys and the Mavericks, like you said. So getting that one made you feel like, oh man, he gave me something. And you forget about all those disappointments. That's why Rick Carlisle kept his job for how long? Based off of 2011?
Yeah.
So, this is not a good franchise. We just lucked up and won one based off the back of Dirk. Thank you, Dirk. That's why Dirk should have a piece of the franchise, like I just said earlier. We went through all that and got us that championship through all that grind. That's why his championship is probably the most prestigious championship there is as far as somebody getting it. So, I just, Mark, man, I used to love Mark as well. And it's just like, bro, what are you doing? He keeps calling us. We're the fans. He talks about us like we're not the ones that go and support his team. Look at Rel. Rel right now, look behind him. Look at you, TGK. Look behind you on the wall. Look at this jersey. I bought money. Guys keep leaving the team. I spent my money on that. That Go Mavs, I was at the arena doing that. Rel, like I said, is all Mav'd up and all that. I mean, he's spending his money on Mavs content or Mavs apparel, all that type of stuff. And Mark Cuban comes out and calls us toxic. The fans that are actually caring about this team and wanting this team to be successful, he calls us toxic. So that's why a few episodes ago, I said, why not just boycott the team then? Stop watching it as much. Don't care. Let hurt his pockets. Because right now he doesn't care. He's just sitting there being comfortable. And we're tired of him being comfortable. So he has to show us something. Give us a plan, say something, or it is what it is. You're going to lose Luka, which probably will lose a whole bunch of fans in the long run.
Yeah. Because you got a lot of the fans because of Luka.
Yeah, you were supposed to grab fans. You were supposed to become that franchise. This is what we expected them. They were supposed to now become a Golden State Warriors or somebody. Because we remember Golden State even back in We Believe and all. People don't know that team. They didn't know the actual players and all that stuff. The reason the Golden State Warriors got popular is because they became a dynasty. This dynasty with Steph Curry and all made them one of the most prestigious organizations in the NBA right now. They are that now because I think they're number 3, maybe behind the Knicks and Lakers now, as far as the third highest, as far as worth. So they weren't nowhere near that a few years ago. I remember the Golden State Warriors years ago as far as being a laughing stock. So the Mavericks were supposed to have that. That's what Luka Doncic's generational talent brings you, where you get fans from all over the place, from Baltimore, from San Diego, from wherever you go, just Dallas Mavericks fans, wherever, based off of just having that talent that you just have bandwagoners. And I feel like Mark Cuban's going to lose that. It's not going to be that success. And it's going to be the biggest, just failure of his career. This is going to hurt him he doesn't understand this is going to hurt him as a businessman if he loses. This is going to be the major, they're going to laugh at him because he had free money in his hand. It's a free throw. And he's going to basically miss the free throws.
Yeah, it'll be one of the most catastrophic things in the city of Dallas if you lose Luka, to him having to take a lesser deal to go somewhere else to win or to demand a trade out. It is going to be the most catastrophic thing that ever happened to Dallas, sport-wise.
This ain't Anthony Davis. No disrespect to Anthony Davis. Like I said, there are levels of this.
Yep.
Anthony Davis is you lost Anthony Davis.
We're talking about a potential top 3 GOAT right here.
Yeah. We're talking about a guy that's talking about they're talking about as a failure if he doesn't make the top 10. That's how it is with Luka Doncic. It's a failure in his career if he's not a top 10 player of all time.
Yeah, no, I agree with everything y'all just said, man. Let's go ahead and get into the play of the game here. Yeah, I forgot to post that joint. So here's the play of the game right here.
Kemba rocking back and forth. 6 seconds. Driving around Allen. Layup. Cardiac. Kemba tied it.
So of course that was the shot that he took to get us into overtime. Y'all ready to get into these questions, man? So
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
I'll
It's
probably
part
get
of like
into about
TGK
30.
was saying though. I know he was saying earlier, was it like the Mavericks defense or part of them just not taking it serious? I think it was a different punch as well. Like Kemba coming out and playing this game is a different punch for and playing that many minutes, meaningful minutes, was a punch for Cleveland. They probably weren't expecting that. So if we played them again tomorrow, do I expect that we have the same outcome? Hell no. They beat the hell out of us. Sorry for the language, though. I know I don't usually go that far, but hell no. We'd get out destroyed if we had the same lineup against the Cleveland Cavaliers tomorrow.
We get murdered, bro.
Yeah.
Murdered.
How about
Right,
I did like that ISO. Kemba would just let that clock go down. He showed he was poised in those situations. So I'd like to see what he could do with Luka in the short term.
I just hate the ISO ball. I just hate that it shouldn't just come down to Kemba Walker just 1-on-5. You feel me? Like it gets to a point with the Mavericks where you don't expect the other guys to do anything. Like literally, guys are saying it. Players on other teams are always saying it. Like you give the ball to one guy. There used to be a play out of the timeout we used to run all the time where Dodo would run for the alley-oop, but Luka would find him, run around the screen, and they would go through the alley-oop. They don't do that as much anymore. It was Rick. Rick was doing that. But that's like plays you can call out. What's the play we go to at the end of the game? Like, what is the play? Can you guys, if I gave you a chalkboard, could you write down and say, you know what, this was the Mavs. They had an awesome play. They run up this right here. You couldn't because you have no clue. It's just fine, Luka. Just fine, Luka.
They got a play called "Get the ball to Luka" from 45 feet out and let him do his thing.
And run little picks so nobody can set and do anything because we barely can dribble and all. So we have to set up. We can't get an out shot for him. So
have you seen that meme? Have you seen the meme where they're like it's a game board and it shows Luka's face? Yeah. He has the ball and it points at him.
Give it to him.
Yes, he got it on Jason Kidd's yeah.
So get the ball to Tucker. Say hey on or something.
All right, y'all. Probably not gonna get to every last one of these questions. We're gonna probably go here for another at least 30 minutes. So if you guys have any questions, any comments, if we can get to you, go ahead and hit us with that WTM, guys. If you're new to the channel, that way we know you talk to us and not to one of your fellow Glow Yard members. We're gonna go ahead and get into it, man. First up, man, Ashton's the first one in the building. Okay, Pinson is trashed, waste of roster spot. Yes, he is, Ashton.
Takes one to know one, right? There's a reason he was not you, Ashton. There was a reason he was supporting Reggie Bullock.
Yep. He wants to be focusing our attention on him.
Yep.
Ashton said kid needs to get better with his timeouts and calls some. Yeah. And like I said, I really believe Igor was our play caller guy. Yeah. That's why we picked him up last year. Because kid's not an X's and O's guy. He's never really been an X's and O's guy. He's more of a development guy.
Development. Yep. Kid should be an assistant coach. Ooh. I just said that out loud. Wow.
Oh.
Was that a shot, sir?
Say that out loud. I don't know, bro. Not yet. I'm going to take it back. Not yet. I ain't going to say it yet.
I thought I heard a click.
Oh, we getting there, though. We are getting there quickly,
man. Close.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard a click. I'm sorry. Ashton said Wood was great on both sides. Yes, sir.
Thank y'all for acknowledging C. Wood these past couple of games playing good defense. Finally.
Nah, somebody made a shot on him today, so he's trash.
Gotcha. Dang.
You know how that goes. Zilt says, yeah, THJ is trash. My bad, y'all.
It's okay. It's okay.
Another 1 for 8 performance, and he didn't take the shot he should have taken.
Yeah. Tomorrow Jr., man.
But somebody told us to apologize, though. That's all I got to say. Lab says Kemba still has some game left. Very good game by C. Wood. Mavs did fight tonight. Yeah, they did.
That they did.
They did. They should have won.
No, they did. Yeah, they should have. Like I said, I think we all agreed. A lot of this had to do with coaching, man. This was straight coaching.
Yeah, I think we're all happy with the performance. It's just that execution is what left a sour taste, man. A sour taste.
Logan says Mavs are now 0-3 without Luka. If anything, will increase increase Luka's chances to win the MVP. You got to get the wins though, man.
Yeah.
Definitely got to get the wins up to get the.
Remember Steve Nash with Phoenix? Phoenix would lose every time Steve Nash didn't play, but they still won 60 games with him.
Yep. Ashton said, yeah. Oh, did I read this already?
It went over. Ashton, his comments keep going over and over again.
Okay. Yeah, Zilch did too. Yeah, he did too. Okay, yeah, Reggie.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, Brolaw says, great game by Kemba. Seemed like he over dribbled the last few possessions he did. Am I wrong? No, you're not. So, however, he did give us something to look forward to as long as Kid does the right thing.
There's
that part. Do you trust him to do the right thing, Brolaw?
Yeah, that's the key word. The right thing.
If.
Yeah. That's the part.
That's a massive
that
if.
one word you said in there. You said if.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, see, it's doubling.
Bro,
here we go.
I'm telling you, JK better get it together because they're going to be coaches licking their chops to get this job.
I would like to have Mosley back.
I said that.
We should have had him. He was out coached. That's what everybody thought. Again,
That's why I wanted that first.
Everybody said that, bro.
Again, and said out of nowhere, what? Jason Kidd. Remember Rick Carlisle said,
bro.
Jason Kidd.
Because remember I remember we had this was before me and you got together, King. Me, Jay, and Will were doing the show, and we said that it's like they didn't even interview Mosley.
No.
Because remember that little news article came out talking about, they didn't even look at him or interview him or whatever when they had that little list of coaches there with Dallas looking at, and they couldn't find out when Jason Kidd's name came up, and folks were wondering, like, so why didn't you interview Mosley? Like, what's going on with that? Is he staying as an assistant coach? Like, what's going on? And then, we hired Kidd, and then like a week later, he ended up going over to the Magic or whatever.
You know what? I fall. Hold on, bro. I fall to this as well. Like to this problem, my wife tells me about it. Just because you tell somebody the truth doesn't mean you're being a good guy. If that makes sense, like you can still be evil. I kind of like you being a Smito a couple shows ago when you were going off at Smito and you tell them the truth, but you weren't being nice about it. You feel me? Like you can do that. Right. So they always talk about Mark Cuban as like guys want to play for Mark because he keeps it real with them. But if he's always real by screwing them over. Is that really a good thing? Like, bruh, Jamal Mosley was a homegrown guy again. You didn't give him the opportunity to be the head coach after paying his dues. Your boy Michael Finley, I love Nico, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was already the assistant GM or whatever it was called behind those guys and all. Why didn't you get 8 years?
Them things.
Right?
Yes.
So why didn't he get the interview to be?
Remember, his name was also rumored before we signed Nico. Remember that?
Yep.
Then all of a sudden, out of like you just said a minute ago, out of left field.
Yep.
Here come Nico. Oh,
why don't Mark have the balls or the cojones to just say he's the general manager? Just put it on your check. Just put your name beside it so you can get all that criticism. So you can just get it all.
Jared Jones, dude.
Yeah, just do it, Mark. Why won't he do it?
Lav says Pinson is a waste of a roster spot. Hardy has tunnel vision while attacking, great rim protection. He needs more time to grow. Yeah, we've been saying that, man. And everybody was like, nah, put him in there now, get him 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Beck, what's good, man? He says, not a bad game. I hope Cuban doesn't think that our role players are good. But knowing Cuban, he thinks exactly like this. You already know, man.
Yeah, he's like, once we get Green and Cleveland and Luka back, in Dinwiddie, we're a championship team.
Yeah, that's why I hate games like this. Because
what's the example I just gave y'all? I just gave y'all the Golden State series.
Western Conference Finals, yeah. It's like that again. Now it looks like good to Mark Cuban. He's like, yeah, we're almost there.
Nico had the mind frame of like, no, we need more talent. And the boy Mark Cuban, wait, one piece away. Wait, what? We got beaten 5. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we forgot about guys like Frank Ntilikina.
Bro, we got destroyed in 5 with Steph Curry not having a good series.
Exactly.
It's not like Steph Curry was going nuclear and they beat us in 5. Steph Curry had a bad series and they beat us in 5.
It's crazy. Yeah, you're right. Didn't even look like that. Lav says TJ blew it another time. Another time while being needed badly. Yeah, that's what King was saying, bro.
Can I tell y'all this? I don't think y'all disagree. TSJ is not clutch. Why are y'all expecting him to be clutch? He's never been clutch.
Oh, bro, we were told he was the second best player on the team.
Even that rookie sophomore game when he was going back and forth with Dion Waiters, you know who missed the shot first? You know who missed the shot first when he was going back and forth? You know who stopped the run? It was Tim Hardaway Jr. I'm just telling you.
Game,
I watch patterns because because that's what I do. And I'm telling you, I've seen from the beginning.
I always bring that game up, bro.
I'm telling you patterns, bro. And from that point,
it was like,
well, he's the one that fell off. He's the one that choked. He choked.
Hey, he the number 2. You heard what the Glow Yard said, man. Say he's number 2, man. Last says, King, please explain to the folks what exactly J Kidd did wrong. Man, we just went nauseam. We just literally spent a whole hour talking about what J Kidd did wrong, man.
Yeah. That whole end of the game.
You saw the game. You know what he did wrong.
There you go, Amount. Thank you, Amount. That's what he did.
They just summed it up right there for you. Who said that? Laugh. There you go, right there. He said J Kidd has no in-game plan. I said that was a few games ago. I said that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's. EMB3 says, "Look out, King. I'm kind of new to the show. How did you become a Mavs fan?"
Long story short, I love the underdog story. Dirk was the underdog of the NBA. At that point, I was looking to find a new team. I used to be a huge Jordan fan. I felt like when Jordan left, it was a void for a second. Tried to go towards Grant Hill. Grant Hill's still my dude, but that didn't really work out. So trying to find a team in that time because no Baltimore Bullets, not really. Baltimore and DC kind of got like a little undercover light skin, dark skin rivalry over here.
You're a hater, bro.
I'm not a hater. I'm just telling you what it is. People usually say they're from DC or Baltimore when you're over here in Maryland. Like that's usually what it is. But so I just gravitated towards the Mavericks. Like they were the underdog. They were the team that was over in the Western Conference that was competing. That really wasn't supposed to be there. And I just went on from there. Probably around like 2000, 2001. So when Dirk started becoming decent, when it was like, okay, this guy's good. He's gonna be an all-star and all that. I joined the team, joined the bandwagon, and I've been there since then. So you guys can say I've been a fan for a while. I've seen the championship. I've been through the whole run of Dirk and all that. So I'm not a guy over here saying I just joined the squad on 2015 or something like that, guys.
So you felt the pain of 06 and 07.
I felt the pain of all of that. Yes, I did.
And the pain of losing to the Kings in the playoffs. Man, that one hurt me. I cried after that.
I hate it, man. The Kings, they don't even talk about those. They talk about the Kings.
They don't, man.
They talk about the Kings and the Lakers.
Intense,
the Kings and the Mavericks. Those runs of no defense, layup lines, like
score be like 300 to 299.
Yeah, just layup those series right there where the Mavs again had horrible late game execution and couldn't get it done at the end because they couldn't decide who was the late guy between Nash, Dirk, and Finley at that point. But yep, I went through that. My younger brother is a Miami Heat fan. He's a huge Miami Heat fan. So 06,
we don't know him.
So 06, especially we were beating them like 11 times in a row in the regular season. I thought that was easy. I'm like, yeah, this is it. We're going.
Yeah, we all did. It's like once we got past Phoenix and all that.
Yep, I'm like, that's it. We're gonna get it. We went up 2-0. I'm like, we're gonna sweep these boys.
It's a wrap.
And then
the refs came.
Yep, and the refs and the greatest finals performance that was questionable in my lifetime, but it's still, I guess, by the numbers, is one of the greatest finals performances ever happened to it. So.
We got some Knicks fans in here. Uncle Freezy, what up with it, man?
What up?
Yo, what's up? Almighty, what's good, man? He said y'all should trade TAJ. We're trying, man. We're trying.
Trying to pair him with Bertans.
We want to trade him, but then Mark Cuban didn't want to extend him for another 15 and a half years.
Who next? Who getting extended next, bro? Between y'all, who y'all think getting extended next?
The White Powell.
You really think?
My God.
The White Powell will be back next year.
Will anybody on this team be extended? Y'all think so? Should anybody on this team be extended next?
It should be Josh Green that gets extended like yesterday.
All right.
Like yesterday.
And then that's it? Is anybody else you ready to extend?
No.
I would like to extend Christian Wood, but that's not. I'm still on the fence. I don't think that's going to happen.
I've given up hope that they're going to try to keep him.
So right now, the only two things you'd accept is an extension for Seawood or Josh Green. If they extend anybody else, you'll be mad, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Correct.
We're on the right thing. I'm with you.
Let's see. Megan, how you doing? Just the fact that we were in the game the whole time is a plus. And Cardiac was balling out. Yeah, he was. He definitely was. That's why I hate too. Like he put up a good game. Christian Wood put up a good game. It was like a waste. Like, oh, kid.
Man, we sacrificed Kimba's
It
knees,
was
bro.
the Kemba's
Like,
game, man. It was the
how many
Kemba
times his
game.
knees are gonna give us that, bro? Like,
It was a Kemba game. We gave it away.
He sacrificed his knees for that game, bro.
Yep.
We
We didn't even
lost.
need him, man. Like, I'm like, man, why we get
Well,
the
Kimba
performance that
looked
night?
like Charlotte Kimba out there, man. We lost.
Yeah.
Bro. That's the part
We
that
did.
got me, man.
Had that man playing 40 minutes.
That's a waste. We're not going to get that all the time. So to
Nope.
get it, we didn't need it tonight. Then, if we were going to lose the game, I'd rather have it another game. We need him.
Yeah, should have rested him or something.
Yeah.
Ashley said you guys sound like us fans 3 weeks ago. He said, "Wow, I'm sure we would trade Tibbs for Kid." Oh no.
Oh no. I
We
It's one of the worst. But
Hey,
that don't mean I ain't saying.
Freezy already know how I feel. I came on this show and told him how I feel about Tibbs. And King know how I feel about Tibbs. I'm not a Tibbs guy.
Tibbs shouldn't have been a
Did
coach
2
years
minutes
ago.
by the end. Yeah. Did 2 minutes go by at the end of the OT with no points? Yeah. Kimba scored 3 points. That's it.
Bro, I think more than 2 minutes went by. I felt like we scored that.
It might have been more than
early.
2 minutes, but all I remember is Kimba scoring 3 points at the beginning of OT.
At the beginning, I think it's 5 minutes in OT, right?
It's crazy. We couldn't get another point. We couldn't get a free throw. We couldn't get any points. It was disgusting.
I mean, but it was good
bro.
defense, though. I think Utah only scored 2 field goals, right?
Yeah. I think so. I think they have free throws. I think they had 2 free throws and a jumper or something like that.
It was 96-96, and they had 100, right? So they had to get.
Wait, hold on. Didn't I thought was that in regulation? I thought that what's that boy name? I thought Donovan Mitchell and Garland both did like that little freaky layup, like lean in layup on the right side of the goal.
I felt like it was
back to
regulation because the
it might be
game ended.
regulation,
It was 96-96, right? Am I wrong? That was it, right?
Yeah.
Regulation.
No, it was not 96-96.
96-96.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they got
yeah,
100,
of
so
course.
they had to get
They
4
got
points.
4. We got 3.
Yes.
Wow.
Big says Cuban only thoughts right now is about casino in Dallas. He doesn't give a F about the roster. We use the MLE for garbage. Time player. Yeah, we use it.
Casinos ain't even
Hold up.
like
Who used
approved
MLE
in
for?
Texas, bro.
I thought we didn't use it. We used the MLE last year. I thought it
Yeah,
expired.
for JaVale. No, the mid-level exception. Mid-level. That's what we spent on
Which
JaVale
one
McGee.
expired? Didn't something expire last year? We let
Yeah,
something
that's
expire,
trade
right?
exception. Trade exception expired.
God damn, man. I'm
See what I'm
sorry.
saying?
Jeez, man, what is going on? And then we got ways to
Yeah.
wiggle out of the salary cap to get extra players, and we say no.
And we have a cheerleader taking up a roster spot.
And a guy that should be playing in the NBA that should be playing in Taiwan instead of Dwight Howard. This guy been screwing over Dwight Howard on the low for years. He don't even know it. JaVale McGee. Even when he went to the Lakers, he took his starting spot.
Yeah, you're right.
I know.
I didn't think about that.
He's been screwing over Dwight Howard for a second.
Beck said most ideal trade that is achievable: Vanderbilt, Clarkson, Walker Kessler for TSJ, Ntilikina, 2025 first round pick. I don't want to do that, bro.
They wouldn't even do it if you put the first in it.
It's not worth it for the mediocrity. If you're going to blow it up, just blow it up and be trash. Accept the trash as you are and start over. Like, that's stuck in that middle. That's why teams like, I don't know, give me some team that's in the middle of the pack that you never feel like going to win a championship that's always going to the playoffs. Portland, sorry, no knock to Portland. Teams like Portland and all stay Portland because you try to stay in mediocrity. Like, no. I don't want to give it the first round pick for what? To not be able to get anybody else?
Ashley says, are we missing Brunson? Yes, we are.
You see that?
We
You
asked
see that,
y'all-
Ashley?
We asked y'all nicely, can we have him back? And y'all said no.
Missing a little more than that too. That's a sad thing.
It seemed like every time a number 13 come here, we just let him go.
You said Mo Egger? Doo-doo team. Megan says, so even with the loss, I thought those boys played way out their league and way better than I expected. Yeah, that's for everybody, man. I think everybody was like, whoa. Like,
There's no
I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah, we're not knocking the team. It's
No, the team played their
all
butts off.
kid, man. Yeah. Definitely kid. Beck says Theo Pinson making Sterling Brown look like an
Yeah, send a Sterling Brown back, man. We'll probably use him a little more.
Oh my god, bro.
Bro, the Mavericks are we're a gimmick, man. We really signed Theo Pinson back to be a cheerleader. We're not a championship level team.
Podcaster.
That's stuff you do when you're a champion, though. You feel me? Like, that's stuff you do when you're a Giannis.
But King, you shot like we didn't have Boban sitting on the bench for like an extra like 3 years, bro.
You're right, bro. But bro, at least, right, he was Luka's friend. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying that Theo is not Luka's friend, but he's not Luka's best friend that's there just to be his friend and all that stuff like that. Like, what's his name? The Nassus, Antetokounmpo, is there just for Giannis to be his boy and all that. Why is Theo Pinson here? Just to be on the bench and they changed the rules. Why is he here? They changed the rules.
Almighty, y'all can have him. Y'all can have him. We'll take him.
We'll take Cam Reddish.
We'll take him for a bed sheet, a field
trip.
The
New York fans still love Brunson.
We'll take
Pinson.
Them little trays you put your food on at the cafeteria. And a dirty baby diaper. We'll take all that for Theo Pinson right now. What y'all got?
Bro, how did Kemba Walker have? Hold up. How do we just be told? How were we just told maybe a week ago that Kemba Walker knees are worse than they expect and all that? And you got this guy out here starting and playing
40 plus minutes, bro.
Bruh, what are the Mavericks doing?
Hey man, this y'all team, man. I'm
he
just
said this, as you got all that man stuff on right now. Talking about this our team.
What the heck? Why did it get on me, man? What the heck? Lav says there are rumors out there that the Mavs want to trade Wood and a pick for Collins. Man,
hell no, they better not.
What is your opinion on this, man? Shout out to Damon and them, man, for We Talk Hawks TV, man. No,
bro. I'll tell you again.
No.
I think Christian was better than John Collins. Maybe y'all don't understand.
No, and from what if you go watch their channel, even they'll tell you, man, Collins is struggling this year. Definitely don't want him.
What does Collins do better than Christian Wood?
Not play games.
Okay.
Beck says we still can. Yeah, probably so. Yeah. We still can get Howard and give and waive Theo Pinson. No, Beck, you're right. We can. Do you think they're gonna do that? You want to know one reason why I think they're not gonna do it? Because it's gonna make them look bad. The optics gonna look bad. It's like they're gonna realize, like, damn, we signed this guy. We took a roster spot with him. We're gonna admit that we were wrong if we cut him in the middle of the season.
Right. You know
that's what's going to happen. It's smart to do, but they're not gonna want to admit they're wrong.
You know what's so wild?
So
they can't even cut the guy they supposed to cut to get Dwight Howard, because it's not even supposed to be Theo Pinson for Dwight Howard. It's supposed to be JaVale McGee. If you get Dwight Howard, you would have JaVale McGee and Dwight Powell on your bench. Making how much between the two of them? What's that, $22 million on the bench?
God.
Yeah. So either way,
for one-dimensional players, not even one,
one dimension.
1.5.
So you're talking about a 0.5 star recruit. But yeah, like we'd have both those guys on the bench. So either way it works, the Mavericks have to just come out and say that they messed up. But again, we toxic Mavs fans, so our owner don't
prove us wrong.
Our owner and coach and all that don't even want to come out and say, we were just wrong. Let's just do this and win. They'd rather fight against us. And now we got to deal with this now. So we got to cut Theo Pinson now and still keep JaVale McGee. Just go get somebody else off the streets.
I never heard of a coach or owner or anything in press conferences before mention Mavs fans. I mean, mention their fans on Twitter before.
Nope, never.
That I'll tell you, they're being petty. Like, they don't care.
Twitter's a hell of a coach.
That's like Luka really doing the shush. You're supposed to talk about. You're never supposed to talk about your fans. You come back and say, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I care about the fans. Mark Cuban is basically telling us we're toxic. We the guys that put money in his pocket. I'm putting money in this man's pocket. He toxic.
And still ain't proved us wrong.
Nope.
But we toxic though.
We toxic.
Sale says he heard Luka was watching the game with Nico and Cuban back in Dallas. Oh, he was. Point out, hey man, this we need this. We need him gone. We need him gone. We need this. We need that, or whatever the case is.
Did Luka not make the trip?
I didn't see him.
I didn't see him
there. I didn't see him. I saw Josh Green out there and Spencer, but I didn't.
Spencer was there.
I didn't see Luka.
Yeah. Dang, what WTMs?
They want Theo Pinson back. Come on, Nico.
Hey, y'all can have Theo Pinson.
Knicks want him back. We don't even use him. It's not even disrespect to Theo Pinson. Like, if we're not using him and whatever he can do, y'all, and y'all know he can do it, then let him do it for y'all because he don't do it for us. So
for real, Pinson for a Reddish.
Yeah, they changed the rules up for this man, and we went and paid him again. So literally, the NBA told us you cannot use this man for what you used him for last year. Like, they literally said that to us in writing, and we said, you know what, sign him for another year and put him on the team.
Beck says, didn't think importance of Brunson in the locker room. 4 for 120 would have been good offer, but Cuban didn't want to pay luxury tax. Yeah, he didn't want to pay luxury tax, but we're the luxury tax right now with a garbage team. So I guess it makes sense.
Would have been better in the luxury tax with Brunson than without.
With Brunson, exactly.
We love y'all, glow y'all, but a lot of y'all were wrong on that Brunson thing, man. It's just time to keep it real. We miss JB.
I told you I miss JB. I told y'all a million times I miss JB and Igor.
Man. Told y'all free throws in a third.
Imagine having JB and then having Walker as your fourth option. It looks a lot different. Different.
Just imagine you can have two of those guys in the same at all times, and with two extra guys, like Luka Walker or Luka Spencer or Luka JB, and you just reverse all mix and match with those four.
We wouldn't even need it, Kemba. Good, love you, Kemba, and what you did today, but we wouldn't even need it, Kemba. And you know how usually with hypothetical trades, you like, well, that wouldn't have happened because if we'd have did this, we'd have had a better record or whatever, so we may not have got that guy. We still could have got Christian Wood, though. Like, the Christian Wood trade, nothing changes that. We could still have Christian Wood the same way with JB, with Spencer Dinwiddie, with Luka Doncic, and the returning Tim Hardaway Jr. revenge season, whatever that is, and the rest of the guys. We could have had that team going on this year, and we'd have been perfectly fine. I still think we'd have been competing with the Pelicans for the top of the West, if not the only team in the West that was established as like the best team.
Oh yeah, we'd be probably 20-10 right now.
Maybe better than that. That's how I feel right now with JB. If we had JB on this team, it's so many times right now where we've lost so many heartaches this year, where JB just been on the team with it's about the minutes without Luka Doncic. It's about the minutes without Luka. We can't win any minutes without Luka Doncic. And if we had somebody like JB, we could win sometimes without Luka. We can't.
No. It's like JB helped us win a playoff game.
And
there was years that we couldn't win a home playoff game, and Jalen Brunson was the first one to get us a home playoff win in the post-Dirk era. Like, bro, did that not mean anything?
Nope, it didn't mean nothing to everybody else. They just throw him away. We watched it. We watched everybody say, what JB's overrated and all that. I'm like, this guy just did that for us. I've never seen – there's no number two, I don't think, in the history that basically probably could have did that for the Dallas Mavericks, that could have had us up 2-1. Really, Luka lost the fourth game. I remember that. As far as him and what's his name, Dwight Powell missing free throws, doing stupid stuff at the end of the game. We lost game 4 to go down 2-2 when he returned. We could have won that game as well and been up 3-1. So, like, what other guy? KP? He was going to win that playoff series? Hell no. Like,
oh, you serious? Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. I thought you were joking.
I remember when Steve Nash and them didn't have Dirk, and we lost against San Antonio, but we lost against that guy. Like, JB did something we have never seen done here, and we just took it for granted and said, oh, well, it's the Utah Jazz now, because we let the media put that in our head. The national media says just the Utah Jazz, and we believe
same media that was saying we were going to lose.
Yep, they said we were going to lose
the series before it started. So yeah.
Yep.
Madam King says, please like and subscribe if you're new here. They work hard, provide content, and we appreciate the support. Appreciate that, Queen. Appreciate it.
I was definitely tired of that.
Let's see. Also, y'all, I got TGK's info down below if you guys are new to the channel and you want to follow other math content creators. We got TGK's info down below in the description box, so you can follow him on his channel too and follow him on Twitter.
Appreciate that.
Let's see. Lab says, I would love Wiseman on his team. I mean, anybody at center is better than what we have.
Who said
I'll take Wiseman right. I'll take Wiseman last year.
Bro, was that not a trade I said we should go after last year?
Send him Bertans. They need another shooter.
James Wiseman, when we were dealing with him and going through injuries and all, I said take the chance on that young guy, number 2 pick. He's not even established yet. Like, this is the time to take the risk on him because he has the talent. That's why he was number 2 pick.
I'll take him right now. I ain't gonna even ask no questions.
Bro, his game works with Luka Doncic. He's raw, but his raw abilities work with Luka Doncic.
What position he play?
Center.
Okay, so I need to know. Beck says trash can juice cost my parlay. Almost won 550 if he scored 3 more points.
Bro, I think trash can juice is official. I think it's official. I don't think we take that back. Don't take it back. It's like street clothes. It's official. We can't take that back. It's done.
I like saying trash can juice too, man. You know?
Yeah, it should. It's done. He's trash can juice now forever.
Hey, might need to get that to Theo Pinson.
No, Theo Pinson not making $18 million.
No, they called him trash can water. I think.
Yeah,
he ain't got no juice.
Shots.
No, he ain't
got no flavor.
We're gonna call Theo Pinson the water boy. He's the one bringing him over this stuff. He's the water boy.
Now he really is. He do be trying to. Hey, he do be bringing the water and stuff. Like, you thirsty?
I know. He's the water boy. So that your boy
you play 15 minutes. You thirsty, bro?
So your boy TCJ can leak.
Amal says, come on, just stay on the 3 to 4 more hours, man. I can't, man. I can't.
Man, it's time for NFL Sunday.
Right now,
yeah, but I gotta go to work tomorrow, so yeah. What's good, man? He says Dallas is set up to be a contender. Let the season shape the lineup and reveal what moves we need to make. Luka is here to stay patient. Okay.
I hope I'm wrong. That's why we don't get paid the big bucks, but it seems like we should. But I hope I'm wrong. I don't want to be the expert. I don't.
Yeah, like TGK always say, I don't want to be the expert.
Everybody
I hope we're wrong.
We hope you're right, Steph. We do.
Yeah, I felt the same way you felt, Steph. That's what I keep thinking. Like, it's eventually going round in the form, but every time it looks like it, Jason Kidd does a 180. Back. It just slaps me in the face. So I'm starting to think that I'm a fool for believing.
Marco was good. He says no need. JB has his own team. He is a Knicks first option. Best of luck for him and the family. We are focused on Kemba and what is it? We are focused on Kemba and Hardy.
Besides why would take the last shot.
Why
because
there's no continuity.
Kemba Walker just missed the one before that or the 2 before that. Because we didn't make a bucket in OT and Kemba was shooting all the other ones.
Yep.
So they gave it to C. Wood because he was the other guy that could make a bucket on his own.
Tim Hardaway was scared to shoot it and just threw it to him.
They said we were focusing on Kemba and Hardy. We could have been focusing on Jalen Brunson and Hardy. That didn't stop. Like I said, nothing stops. JB wouldn't have stopped anything that happened on his team. Every move the Mavs made would have still been the same moves.
They would have had just to pay an extra $20 million in luxury tax. They wouldn't have made it up in the playoffs because you would have had another deep run
to possibly make the finals this year. So it'd have been worth it to be paying $20 million in luxury tax.
And you wouldn't have Mavs Twitter in an uproar. You wouldn't have Twitter is a hell of a coach remarks. You wouldn't have all this toxicity going on if you would have just had better offseason moves.
And Luka would be
simple. Yep.
All right, it's gonna probably be the last one here, bro, because we already over an hour and 30. Mel says Rail got to smell like he's joking, but it seems like a part of him believes it. So I think it cuts off.
He believes it.
So do it. I guess what you mean. So do it, man. Hey, what's that saying they say, man? You gotta smile, you gotta laugh to stop from crying.
Yeah, laugh at your pain, man.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing, man. That's what I'm doing.
That's how comedians
Yeah,
work.
man. Yeah, that's why they're so good.
Yep.
That's why a lot of them are good drama actors too.
Yep. Oh man, we got
but-
special guests. Oh man.
All right, man. Listen, man, we definitely appreciate y'all rocking with us. For another brand spanking new one, man. We got some people in the building saluting. Salute.
Salute to y'all, man.
But, man, IKBM, man, I feel like it's been a minute, man, since we've seen you, man. Salute. Xavier, salute to you, man. We appreciate that. We definitely appreciate that. But yeah, like I said, guys, listen. If you guys are into Mav content just like me and the other guys here on the panel are, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys. Of course, y'all already know we got more Mavs content to go here, man. I think our next game is on Monday.
It is.
It's the T-Wolves.
King ain't doing his job, you know what I'm saying?
It is. I'm telling you, Monday on the Timberwolves.
Okay, Monday against T-Wolves.
I think it's like 6 o'clock your time, ain't it?
Nah, 7.
7, okay.
Yeah, 7. But yeah, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like we said. Go ahead and hit that notification bell, guys, so you guys will know when we get ready to drop our new anything Mav related that we get ready to drop. You guys will be the first ones to know. Also, hit that like button, guys. That'll help us build up the algorithm. Y'all already know how that goes. It builds up the algorithm, reach more Mav fans like yourself to join the Global Yard gang. Also, guys, follow TGK TV, man. My boy TGK. Please follow him.
Yes,
too,
sir.
Man. He has great content.
I'll have part 3 of Mavs in 10 tomorrow, talking about the last 10 games of the Mavericks.
Oh god,
And it's hilarious, y'all. He does it with like a sense of humor and all, just to keep you entertained because you need a sense of humor talking about these Mavs.
Mm-hmm.
TGK, I don't know how you do it, man, without getting mad. But yeah,
Man.
Just recapping the 10 games in a row, man. It's crazy. Can't believe y'all reached 30.
Before you go, how many times you got to edit those videos, TGK, before you release it? Are you like going off?
How many times I got to edit it? Sometimes.
Or how many times you got to reshoot it?
Yeah,
how many times you got to
reshoot it. Yeah.
Well, I write down notes like of every game. So then when it comes time to record it, I wait till the end of the last game, and then I typically just shoot it all then. But tonight I was like, I'd rather do this than shoot that Mavs in 10 video. So usually I just get my notes, kind of compile it. But I've been trying different ones, so this one might be a little bit different than the previous 2. So just trying to see which one sticks, but try something different. I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to do at least 8 of these videos. So let's see how that list goes. And then I didn't think the season was gonna be this bad. So I gotta stick to it.
Your next one gonna be the biggest one, though. I think the 4th one. I think
the fourth
one is where is the point of no return. By 40
breaking
games,
point.
I think 40 games. Yeah. I don't think if we still like 20-20, that's what we're going to be. That's what I think.
Jesus, man.
We're 6-4 after the first.
If we finish 41-41, I'm gonna be mad, bro.
They talked about it all in the offseason, saying we're gonna be a play-in team and all. And I'm like, hell no.
Ain't no way.
Do we owe Tim Bontemps an apology, bro?
I guess, man. Tim Bontemps got nappy hair and he white.
Oh man,
I love it, man. I love it. Look at him, man. Tim Bontemps got nappy hair and he white, man. I love it.
Listen, man. Y'all listen. Follow us on our socials too, right there. Y'all see they're right there next to TGK and his dog there. We got Facebook, we got Twitter, we got Instagram, we got Snapchat, and his dog is blocking the King's favorite social site, and that's TikTok, y'all. So you'll follow us on all of them. We Talk Mavs, guys. We're under We Talk Mavs on all social sites. King, is there anything I'm missing?
Share, and more share. You guys know what you do. You help us out. We love you. Thank you to all the Glow Yard, TGK, the content creators. We're all a part of the Glow Yard, y'all. It's like nothing special, nothing like entertainment. It's just us in here talking barbershop talk. So we love it. We love having you on the show, TGK. We love all of you guys, man. Like this is incredible. Like I really be halfway asleep before this show starts, and you guys like lighting me right back up, and I'm like trying my hardest to fall back asleep when I get off of here. Usually catch me playing Call of Duty. See me on there if y'all got an Xbox. Talk to me afterwards. Talk to me on Twitter. I got y'all.
I ain't trying to hear that, bro. I've been trying to get you on that Halo. You ain't trying to talk about it, bro.
Man, I keep starting over because of you, bro. Tell them the truth. Tell them I be so far along, and then I got to come back to
bro, because you went ahead of me, bro. You should have just waited for me, bro.
You know?
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, with all that being said, man, listen, we'll be back here, same map time, same map channel on Monday after we play the Minnesota Timberwolves in Minnesota. We got a back-to-back in Minnesota.
Mm.
Oh my God!
Hold on, it's Monday, Tuesday again. It's back to back.
No, I'm sorry, it's Monday. It's Monday and Wednesday. We're gonna be in Minnesota Monday
gotcha.
and
Okay,
Wednesday. Yeah, that's
Dang.
what I meant.
Back to back.
Man,
Yeah,
who in the NBA created this schedule this season? They did a great job. Oh
I
man.
know, right?
It's been wild. There's been some series and all. Like they trying to get baseball series in the NBA.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You know,
Your boy Adam Silver. He love these nuances and stuff like that, man, from these other like leagues and stuff, man. So
At what point is it going to be too many trophies? I know there's a little bit. We talk NBA, but like y'all not thinking there's a little bit too many trophies they starting to bring. Bro, they gonna have a clutch player of the year. What the hell?
clutch player of the year. Like you gonna have to go off of
And
game winning shots or clutch points.
They're trying to give it to Luka Doncic.
Mm.
And when on the ESPN when they talked about it, they said both of them said I think Shanae said and Tim Legler both said that Luka would get it. And I'm like, I wouldn't give it to Luka this year. Like I've seen Luka miss every clutch shot this year, but I'm keeping it real. You feel me? Like it just is what it is as far as the last second shot. He's missed, I think, every one he's attempted this year, except for the Clippers. Yeah. So
I think this is when analytics kick in right here, King.
I guess because he got the most clutch time points because he scores, those points, unnecessary points sometimes in the last 5 minutes when we need him to do that. But as far as like clutch, what we define as clutch, like we can watch with the eye test and see what clutch is, and he hasn't been the best in the clutch situations this year. So I wouldn't give him that, but it sounds like it's a trophy to like give to somebody that should possibly get a different trophy, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it's like when a guy should be like an MVP, it's like, well, he deserves a trophy this year. So
yeah, but he's like 9th seed, so let's just give him the clutch player of the year. Because if he was a 4th seed, he'd be the MVP type of deal.
Yeah, like what is this? Who's going to remember? I guess we're going to remember. I guess hindsight gonna be crazy, but in like 20 years, like man, all those clutch players of the years, Luka Doncic got, man, ain't nobody ever get those, man.
It's like the Intercontinental Championship in WWE. Like,
don't do that. I love the IC belt. The IC belt used to mean something back in the day. It used to be the stepping stone.
Right.
But yeah, man. With all that being said, guys, we're gonna catch you guys later here on We Talk Mavs on the Glow Mavs YouTube channel. We out. I guess it still go Mavs.
Peace.